Did you know this woman helped unalive hundreds of abusive husbands? Hey best friends, come on in and let me show you the interesting things that I have found doing my research. Today we'll be talking about Giulia Tofana. Giulia was born in 1620 in Palermo, Sicily to Tofana. It's not much said about her childhood, but in 1633, her mother was executed for the murder by poison of Giulia's father. We really don't have an idea of who taught her how to make the poison, but it's various theories. One, she was either taught by a family friend, or she followed a recipe left by her mother. 2. She spent a lot of her free time with pharmacists who taught her all about medicines, potions, and poisons, and during this time she developed it by herself. But either way it went, when she was a young teenager, she named Aqua Tofana. It was a combination of arsenic, deadly nightshade, and lead, mixed with some other ingredients into it. Aqua Tofana was colorless and tasteless. It was potent enough to kill with only a few doses. The first would cause weakness and exhaustion. The second had symptoms like stomach aches, extreme thirst, and vomiting. The third or fourth would make the man meet his fate. It was made to look like a beauty product, so it could sit openly on a woman's vanity. The glass bottle itself was named Manna of St. Nicholas of Bari, with a picture of St. Nicholas. He was a patron saint for children and unmarried people. Nicholas was known for helping young women and girls escape sex trafficking. Now, what made these women do this? If they were so unhappy, why not just divorce their husbands? Well, in the early 1600s, the divorce wasn't a legal or religious option. Marriage was seen as holy and couldn't be broken or ended. Under the Catholic Church, women were legally and economically dependent on their husbands. Separation rarely allowed remarriage, and men were granted broad authority to discipline their wives, often with violence, leaving many women in abusive relationships with little to no legal, social, or financial means of escape. So in simplest terms, poisoning them was the only way they could escape and survive. Now, I know this sounds like a very big job for one person. Well, what's kind of hidden in history is she had some help. As you can imagine, her business of potions was very successful in Sicily, so she had to flee to Rome. There she had her daughter and 3 assistants. For over a decade, they ran their business out of an apothecary shop, quickly becoming known as a friend to the troubled wife. Women would arrive at their door, plead their case, and purchase Aqua Tofana. But sadly, they were exposed by women who purchased their poison. In 1650, a woman made soup laced with Aqua Tofana. But before her husband could eat it, she had a change of heart and begged him not to eat it. He abused her until she confessed to poisoning his food. He turned her into police, and with more torture, she confessed to where she bought Aqua Tofana. Many people loved Giulia for what she was doing, so she was actually granted sanctuary at a church for a short amount of time before police removed her and dragged her off to jail. In the end, Giulia, her daughter, and her 3 assistants were executed in 1659 after confessing under torture for the poisoning of more than 600 men. Make sure to like and subscribe and comment the interesting things that you know about Giulia Tofana.